Welcome back to Michelle's Body Shop. You know what time it is. Time to work those legs and glutes. But stick around after the exercises for your weekly training and diet tips. You ready? Let's get to it.
It's important to start your leg day with a warm-up routine, not only to protect you from injury, but also to activate your legs and glute muscles. I started with 15 bodyweight squats, followed by 10 back lunges on each side. When you go into your back lunge, it's very important that you do a deep lunge and you want to have your front leg in a 90-degree angle. You don't want to be less than 90 degrees because that puts some tension on your knee. All right, for the first official exercise of the routine, I did hip thrusts. It's definitely a favorite of mine. You can't really do hip thrusts in a chair. You really need a workout bench to do this, at least with a heavy weighted bar. But if you do have a workout bench, but you don't have a bar, there is an alternative to doing hip thrusts like this. If you don't have a dumbbell or barbell, you can use your body weight to really target the glutes. Just do your hip thrusts with one leg at a time. Just do more repetitions than you would have with a weighted bar. Your next exercise in the routine is a leg press. I like to do single leg presses. I'm a big believer in focusing in on your muscle as much as possible, and this allows you to also put your hip in alignment with your foot for the best joint protection. Now, if you don't have access to a leg press machine like this, then do these lunges, these weighted lunges, as an alternative. Do 10 reps at the minimum on each leg. Your next exercise in the routine are Romanian deadlifts. They resemble a classic deadlift, but you don't put the weight all the way down. It's important that you follow the contour of your leg and bend your knees so that you don't put too much strain on your back. You also need to tighten your glutes, your legs, your core, and your upper back to protect your back as you do the motion. Do 3 sets of 10. This goblet squat has become one of my favorites recently. I saw it on another influencer's channel and I just love it. So in this squat, it looks like a lunge from this angle, but I have my back leg slightly moved over to kind of crossing over to behind my front leg. My front leg goes to 90 degrees, and you definitely want to do this in a slow motion, just focusing on going straight up and straight down, like an elevator. You'll feel it in your glutes, the glute muscle with the leg out front, and squeeze the muscle on the way up. Do a minimum of 10 reps, and of course I always do 3 sets. The last exercise for you to do in the routine are calf raises. I like to do my calf raises in 2 sections. I'll do 10 with my toes facing slightly in, and then after that 10, I point my toes slightly out and do another 10. These allow you to really target different areas of the calf muscle.
It always feels so good to be finished with leg day. You feel so accomplished. Well, today I have a simple training tip for you, and that is to do your reps with slow, controlled motion. You've noticed probably that most of the time I do that. There are exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, you're going to want to move with a slow, purposeful motion. Going fast can lead to injury, but going slow allows you to really focus on that form and therefore reduce the risk of injury. But also, it gives you a chance to really focus your mind on the movement and on the contraction of the muscle, which helps you to get the most out of the contraction. And thirdly, using a slow and controlled motion in your reps allows you to have more time under tension. And trust me, you really extend that time under tension, that's when you're going to feel the burn. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time at Michelle's Body Shop.